Bhaktivedanta Swamniti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripat mahamande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Pramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, my dear friends. So I welcome Kishore Nenwani ji and everyone who has joined on Facebook, and I also welcome whoever is going to be joining on YouTube. So we have here Randir Shins Rauli ji, Hare Krishna, and we have Abhishek Kumar Singh ji, Hare Krishna. We have Bihan Lal Gupta ji, Hare Krishna. We have Sanatan Roy ji, Hare Krishna. Ranjit Parita ji, Hare Krishna. Hor Bod Chandra Shil ji, Hare Krishna. Nice to see you all, my dear friends. So let's see what Kapila Muni answers to Devahuti's worry. Devahuti is very worried that her wonderful husband left her and went to the forest again to do tapasya, to please Krishna, to do devotional service. So what happened is that she was really worried, and she thought that now I would speak to my son, because Brahma has told me that you ask your son and he will explain to you how to be happy. And so she asked yesterday, I shared with you yesterday, that she was saying that I'm so much worried because of my senses, uncontrolled senses. I'm missing my husband. How to come out of that pain? So the answer now, what he gives, what son Kapila Muni, who is Krishna himself, he gives is that you have to see you're suffering because you are allowing your mind to be controlled by three modes of nature. You're allowing your mind to be influenced by Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. Sattva-guna makes you be attracted to knowledge acquiring tasks, like we may be looking for recipes, how to cook. That's gaining knowledge, that also has some kind of distress. And Rajoguna is, I want to do it fast, and then finish it, and I do this and that, and this and that, and this and that. This is Rajoguna. And Tamoguna is, oh, I don't want to do anything. I'm very sad. Oh, I'm very frustrated. I don't want to do anything. So this is Tamoguna. So when three gunas are attacking us, then what happens is that we become so miserable. We just don't want to do anything. So for everyone, this is the problem. That's why Kapila Muni is saying that, look, you are getting influenced by three gunas. So when you're, as long as under the influence of three gunas, you are suffering. But if you connect to Krishna, then Krishna is not in touch with three gunas. That is why you also will be out of touch. Like if I am with Krishna, then I am not in Satoguna, Rajaguna, Tamoguna. To be with Krishna is to be out of three gunas. He says that. But how to be with Krishna? How to get attached to Krishna? That is the question that he answers without asking. Kapila Muni says, you have to make friendship and take the Sangha, or the association of those sadhus who have attachment for Krishna. Who are the sadhus? How do we know who is a sadhu? Is he a Babaji who is wearing saffron and having a beard and just walking around? Is that a sadhu? How do we know who is a sadhu? No. You cannot identify a person by his dress as a sadhu. You have to identify by their behavior who is a sadhu. Now, what is the behavior of a sadhu? That is what we are going to teach you now. We are going to learn from Srimad Bhagavatam, and that is that a sadhu, all very nice important points. He says, describing who is a sadhu, he says that the stage, yes, when one is, he says that when one is completely cleansed of lust and greed, produced from the false identification of the body as I and mine. One's mind becomes specified. In that pure state, he can transcend the stage of so-called material happiness and distress. This is what it is. But how to be there? How to be there is by associating with the sadhu. So now that he says it in Canto 3, chapter number 25, verse number let's read from verse number 19 onwards, because here you get one more point. Perfection in self-realization cannot be attained by any kind of yogi unless he engages in devotional service to Supreme Personality of Godhead, for that is the only auspicious path. Really? Did he say that? Is this the right translation? Yes. You read the text and you will know. It says, Nayujyamanaya bhaktya bhagavatya kilatmani sadrishosti shiva pantha yoginam brahma siddhaye. See, Nayujyamanaya bhaktya bhagavati. Bhaktya bhagavati. You have to do bhakti to Bhagavan. Bhaktya bhagavati. If you do, then only you will get Brahma Siddhi. Okay. What is this Brahma Siddhi? To understand Krishna as Bhagavan who has form. To understand that Krishna has this form. And then to understand that Krishna has a formless light feature also called Brahma Jyoti. And to understand that Krishna can multiply and enter into everybody's heart as Paramatma. To understand all these details is called as Brahma Siddhi. Also to understand who am I? I am a small part and parcel of Krishna. Like Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, verse number 7, yesterday we discussed. It says that all the jivas are Krishna's tiny Mama Eva Amsha. They are all Krishna's Amsha. This is what we have read yesterday. So if you can understand all these things and understand that you're part and parcel of Krishna, and you understand that Krishna has a form and Krishna has a light feature also, and Krishna is going into everybody's heart as Paramatma also, this is the complete understanding. When you have this complete understanding about God and complete understanding about yourself, then you have got Brahma Siddhi. But this is one point that he says that you should get it. But he says that how to get it. So he says simply by doing bhakti, one gets knowledge and one gets detachment. That is also once more told in one of the previous canto, second canto, I think. Now he says that, see, this particular verse, Hare Krishna Seema Devi ji, bahut samay ho gaya, Hindi ka session alag hoga. This English session hai. Basavaraj ji, Hare Krishna. Dipti Acharya ji, Hare Krishna. I don't get the names of people in YouTube, however. Dipti Acharya ji, Hare Krishna. Lachan Punjabi ji, Hare Krishna. So, yes. So then, here see, Canto 3, chapter 25, text 20 says, every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But the same attachment, when applied to self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. See, from here this topic begins. What is the topic? It says that every learned man knows very well that attachment is causing pain. But how to get rid of it? But the same attachment, but if you get attached to, same attachment when applied to self-realized devotee, if you get attached to a self-realized devotee, then that opens the door for liberation. Then that relieves you from the three modes of nature. You are now bound by Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamoguna. The minute you make friendship with people who are sadhus, who know Krishna, who want only Krishna, who want to live for Krishna, when you make friendship with that kind of people, then you also will get out of the control of three modes of nature. So if you want to get rid of three modes of nature, what you should do? You should make friendship with those who are self-realized sadhus. But who is a sadhu? Now the details begin. Canto 3, chapter 5, text 21 onwards, you get more details. And that is, let me read it to you. I'm so happy to see Kanga Sabhapati Karupayaji after a long time into Paji. Hare Krishna. Yes, you see here, Canto 3, chapter 25, text 21 says, the symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime. See, Canto 3, chapter 25, text 21 says, who is sadhu? See, if you have to make friendship with a sadhu, you should know what are his qualities. So the qualities are told here. He is very merciful. He loves everybody, even the animals, even the insects. He does not want to kill even trees. He does not want to cut down trees. He does not want to kill animals. He does not want to even kill flies. We are not supposed to kill mosquitoes also. That is why you can put some dhoop and you can chase the mosquitoes. Actually, you're not supposed to be killing the insects. So, the symptoms of sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by scriptures. All his characteristics are sublime. Hare Krishna Sonu Anand ji, by chance did I come at your time? I do not know. Are you waiting for me to finish the session? You can type a message. सोनू आनंद जी, क्या मैं आपका टाइम पर भगवदगीता पेज पे आई हूँ? मुझे तो नहीं मालूम. अगर ऐसा है तो आपका टाइमिंग्स लिख सकते हैं. मैं वो टाइमिंग्स अवॉइड करके कल से मैं आऊँगी. हरे कृष्णा. अगर आपका टाइम है तो मैं जल्दी ख़त्म करूँगी. चिंता मत कीजिए. The symptoms of sadhu is he is tolerant. So this sadhu is a very, very peaceful person, that if somebody come to create problems, he tolerates it. Prabhupada says how Nityananda Prabhu, no, Mate, please continue. I'm in Vrindavan. Oh, very nice. Sonu Anand ji, so happy to hear that you are in Vrindavan. See, this is Chaturmas time. We should be hearing more of Krishna. And our dear Sonu Anand Mataji is oh nice. Thank you, Sonu Anand ji. Nice to see you and nice to hear from you. So Sonu Anand Mataji is one of my co-speaker here in Sri Bhagavad Gita page, and I'm very happy to meet her. Yes, so I was afraid if I was taking her time, but I'm not. I'm glad, so I can continue. So you see, who is a sadhu? See, if you have to make friendship, you want to come out of misery, then you have to make friendship with one who is not in misery. Who is not in misery? Only a sadhu. In this material world, Prabhupada says in his purport, in this material world, there is not a single institution that can teach you to become happy. It can teach you to become wealthy. It can teach you to buy things that you may get pleasure, but it cannot teach you to become happy. But who can help you to be happy is the sadhu. Sadhu can be helping you to make you happy, but you should know who is sadhu. You should know sadhu by his qualities. He is very tolerant. Nityananda Prabhu was attacked. He was beaten literally by Jagai and Madhai with a broken glass bottle of their emptied alcohol bottle. They broke it and they pierced his head. But still he said, please chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He didn't run away from them. He didn't take action. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he took out his chakra, he said, please no, this is not to take your chakra. You have to kill it. Then you have to kill everybody in this world. Everybody is having these qualities. You have to remove the bad qualities. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he fell at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet and said, please don't take your chakra. He said like that. So this is just 500 plus years ago. It happened in Kali Yuga, So then the Jagai Madhai became very saintly devotees. That's a sadhu. Lavamatra sadhu sangha. So these Jagai and Madhai took association of Nityananda Prabhu's greatness, of his tolerance, of his attachment to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they became fully cleansed just by seeing. These sadhus are such a pure soul, sometimes just by seeing them, just by hearing about them, just by being with them, we can get purified. And that is a sadhu. And then what are the other qualities? Listen. Then in the next verse it says 22, it says such a sadhu engages in, what does he do? Okay, these are his qualities. He's tolerant, he's very merciful to all living entities. But then what is his job? Such a sadhu engages in staunch devotional service to the Lord without deviation. So this sadhu, what he does? He just indulges in doing bhakti to Krishna. Bhakti, and how? Without deviation. There's no stoppage. No deviation means no stop. Continuously he goes on doing devotional service. Everything he does it to please Krishna. Everything he does it to please Krishna or his guru. So then for the sake of Lord, what he does? He renounces all other connections such as family relationships and friendly acquaintances within the world. You see, family and friendly relationships. Then is that only saffron sannyasis? Not necessarily. You could be also a sadhu. We could also be sadhus. Sadhus means they don't waste time chit chatting. They do not connect to family members. They do not connect to friendly relationships. Then what do they connect to? They connect only to Krishna. They connect only to Srimad Bhagavatam. All the time they want to read, they want to hear, they want to speak, they want to remember, and they want to live to please Krishna. That is a sadhu. So, with such sadhu, if we associate, we will get their qualities. Because lavamatra satsanga, thoda sa, very little time, if you take the association, if you just be with them, you will get their qualities. When you get their qualities, then you will be happy forever, because you will value then Bhagavatam and Krishna and holy names, and you will not actually value anything that's happening in your life. Anything. You will only value Krishna, Harinam, and Bhagavatam, and your service to your Guru and Krishna. This is what we have to actually value. When you value this with the utmost importance, then all the other problems will just not feel anything. It will be very negligible, it will look insignificant, and it will also be forgotten. Prabhupada says it will be forgotten. And yes, I agree that we end up forgetting the ongoing problems also, because we are so absorbed in when can I read, when can I hear, when can I chant, when can I remember, how to remember Krishna, what all have I read. We are only thinking of that. Then we don't have time for other things, and we forget our miseries. Then what are the qualities of sadhu? Engaged constantly in chanting and hearing about me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The sadhus do not suffer from material miseries, because they are always filled with the thoughts of my pastimes and activities. Oh, I just now told you this only. Engaged constantly, because they are all the time chanting and hearing about Krishna. Sadhus don't feel pain for problems, because they are always filled with the thoughts of Krishna, Krishna Katha, Krishna Nama, and Krishna Seva. So, Krishna Bhakta Seva. So, when they are only thinking of this, then any problem also that comes in their life, problems come in their life also. In fact, more problems come in their life, but they are never unhappy, because they forget about it, because they remember Krishna so much. So, then, Canto 3, chapter 25, text number 24 says, "O my mother," Kapila Muni is talking to his mother Devahuti, he's answering to her. So, who is a sadhu? Whom should she make friendship with? So, it says, "O virtuous lady, these are the qualities of great devotees who are free from all attachment." O virtuous lady, these are the qualities of great devotees who are free from all attachment. You must seek attachment to such holy men, for this counteracts the pernicious effects of material attachment. So it says that these are the qualities. Now he spoke whatever till now. He says these are the qualities of great devotees, and they are free from all attachment. They are free from all attachment means they are not even attached that I should not get criticism. They are not attached that I should not get hatred. They are open, okay, if people criticize me, okay, they hate me, okay. Why they are okay with everything? Can you tell me? Why they are okay with everything? It's because for them everything is to please Krishna, and they're not worried about displeasing anyone. If they are only thinking of pleasing Krishna and pleasing Krishna given people, that is, they are thinking of pleasing everyone, but they are not bothered whether the people are pleased or not. They will do their service. They are not bothered whether the people are pleased or not, because They have done whatever is needed to please them in order to please Krishna. So they know Krishna is pleased. So now, if they are not pleased, these sadhus are not worried. They know that Krishna is happy, so I am happy. Those people didn't like it, no problem, what I can do. So, this is how a sadhu is. So, he is open to criticism, he is open to hatred, he is open to affection, he is open to love, he is open to everything. Love and hate are equal for him because he is only in love with hearing Bhagavatam. He is only in love with speaking Bhagavatam. He is only in love with remembering Bhagavatam. He is only in love with chanting Harinam. He is only in love with living for Krishna. And he is only in love with serving Krishna sent family members, serving Krishna sent colleagues, serving Krishna sent students and teachers and neighbors and relatives and whoever comes in his contact. So he is only thinking of pleasing Krishna. That is why whatever else happens, he is not bothered, he does not weigh it so much. That is a sadhu. So after hearing this much, she is saying, "Oh virtuous lady, these are the qualities of great devotees who are free from all attachment." Free from all attachment means they are open to even pain because they are not attached to no pain stage. They are okay to accept pain. Okay, you must seek attachment to such holy men, for this counteracts the pernicious effects of material attachment. So here Kapila Muni is saying that be attached to such holy sadhus. Then he says, in the association of pure devotees, discussion of pastimes and activities of Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. In such sadhus' company, you should hear Krishna Katha because that's going to be pleasing. This is what he is saying. Then he says that by cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. Thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begins. So what happens in our life if we are attached to such sadhus? Now, we are attaching ourselves to the sadhu in the Bhagavatam. Shukadeva Goswami is a sadhu in the Bhagavatam. Maitreya Rishi is a sadhu in the Bhagavatam. Narada Muni is a sadhu in the Bhagavatam. We are getting attached to those rishis' speech and we are taking their friendship. We are taking their association. So what is happening to us? Now it's our story. Listen to it. It's your story. It's our story. So what is that? It says that in the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. By cultivating such knowledge, so by hearing, what happens? One gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. We too will advance in the path of becoming Krishna conscious. That is the path of liberation. We too will slowly become more and more Krishna conscious. Then what happens? And thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then we are getting freed from bondage of Sattaguna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. We get freed from bondage of Sattaguna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. And then what happens to us? Thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. And where does our attraction go to? Goes to Krishna's lotus feet. Goes to Radharani's lotus feet. So we get attracted to the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna and the Guru Parampara. So when we start hearing from those people who have attachment to Krishna, when we hear from them regularly, what happens? Our interest in Krishna increases. Our interest to speak about Krishna increases. Therefore, we must take such association. And if it didn't happen, if our interest in Krishna did not increase, if our interest in material things did not decrease, if our interest in feeling happy, remembering about Krishna did not increase, if our feeling of pain for some of our situations did not decrease, then we have not taken association of a sadhu. So if you have really taken association, I have taken the association, so for me working. So if you are also taking association of the same sadhu whose association I am taking, if you are also taking, then your interest in material world will decrease, your interest in Bhagavatam and Krishna will increase, your sufferings will decrease, And Sarika Jajodia ji, Hare Krishna. Yes, love you too, Sarika Jajodia ji. Yes, our interest in everything else will decrease, and our interest in Krishna and reading about Krishna, giving classes about Krishna will increase. See, our Sarika Jajodia ji started giving classes. She's teaching shlokas. See, her interest in teaching about Krishna, talking about Krishna is increased, so she's making time to teach others. So same thing is happening with me. I am coming now daily for you. Why? Because my interest in hearing about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, remembering about Krishna is increased because I made friendship with this sadhu in the Bhagavatam. So you also make friendship with the sadhus in Bhagavatam, and then you are going to be more happy because your miseries are going to decrease and decrease and decrease and go to zero. This is a sure short remedy for all the problems of material world, and it's working for me. And if you take the same association of Bhagavatam, it will work for you too. So if you've really taken association of a sadhu, this has to happen in your life. Your pain has to decrease, your happiness has to increase, your interest in Krishna has to increase, your interest in material world has to decrease, and your time you're giving for your non-Krishna conscious people should decrease. Time you are giving to hear from Krishna conscious people should increase. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Don't listen to material talks. Don't listen to material interests of your materialistic friends. Because if you do that, then your interest in Krishna will decrease, your problems will increase, your pain will increase. So if you want to decrease your pain, you must make friendship with sadhus in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is what, yes, it works for everyone, Sarika Ji. Then, thus consciously engaged in devotional service in the association of devotees, a person gains distaste for sense gratification both in this world and in the next. By constantly thinking about the activities of the Lord. See, by thinking all the times about the activities of the Lord, our interest in the material world is going to go down. We're going to develop distaste for material things, and we're going to develop taste for Krishna talks, Krishna conscious talks. This process of Krishna consciousness is the easiest process of mystic power. This is a real mystic power, because with this mystic power, all our worries are going to go to zero and we are going to be very happy. And that is the power of associating with Srimad Bhagavatam sadhu. Okay, then when one is actually situated on the path of devotional service, he is able to control the mind. So when you are really in devotional service, doing devotional service, he is able to control the mind. Yes, I can also tell that it is true, because nowadays when I get a headache, I get to know now it's going to come, I'm going to get a headache. Immediately I know that even the thoughts that, oh, this has to happen, that has to happen, that worry also increases. So immediately I stop my worries. I say no. Now I'm not going to entertain this headache, and I am going to do my work, which is my service to Krishna. I am not going to entertain this headache. Now headache is not going to come, and I am just going to do my next duty. I am going to do my next duty. Like this, to please Krishna. Like this I start thinking, and you know what happens? And then my headache does not control me, it goes off. Actually it's working. I don't know if this is a mystic power we get from associating with sadhus from Bhagavatam, or it is just mind control. I don't know what it is, but it's working for me. I learned that from my daughter also. She's able to control her body, so to a great extent, which I'm surprised. So I thought if she can do it, then maybe I also will try. I tried for headache and it actually works. It actually works. So this is all the gifts we get. These are, yeah. See, thus by not engaging in the service of modes of material nature, and by developing Krishna consciousness, knowledge and renunciation, and by practicing yoga, in which the mind is always fixed in devotional service under the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one achieves my association in this very life. For I am Supreme Personality, the Absolute Truth. He says, like this, that if you will always engage in Krishna conscious stuff, then we'll be free from Sattva Raja Guna, Tamo Guna. And that way, when our mind is fixed in bhakti, in doing devotional service to Krishna, we will live as a Krishna conscious person, and we will live as a Krishna conscious person. So there, my class for the day ends too, and I get back again to do the same session in Hindi. So thank you very much for coming, my dear friends. It was nice to see all of you. I'm again ending this session and coming again for Hindi session. Hare Krishna.